Ah, good old visibility. Quite handy, especially when you're out in the woods. Hey everybody, Syntax77 here, and today I want to do a quick video to share a tip with you about well, I almost said a piece of gear, but as you're about to see, I don't know if you can call it a piece of gear per se. It's more of a DIY tactic. It's a very light option for a camping lantern, or at least to fill that role. Now, for those of you that follow the channel more deeply, I've actually shown this before in a video during a camp scene at night. Now, this was a couple years ago, so some of you may not have seen that, or you may have forgotten about it. The other day I was looking at an article about camp hacks, and one of the items was an alternative to carrying a full-size lantern. And what they did was they took a 1-gallon water jug and they put their headlamp up to it. Now, pretty nifty for, say, car camping, but for backpacking, I mean, a 1-gallon water jug, you might as well have an actual lantern, although you can't drink the lantern, so I kind of get what they were going for. But what I do is a little simpler, a lot lighter, and at least just as cheap, if not cheaper. I am quite certain that there's no way I'm the only one who's thought of this. I'm sure of it. But surprisingly, I have not stumbled upon people really talking about this on the internet or seen it in other videos. I'm sure it's out there somewhere, but I'm just going to share it. I was playing around one day and came up with this. It's very simple and cheap. It's in my pocket. There it is. Yep, it's, in my case, a $2 bag of balloons. Just regular old party balloons in various colors. Take one out. Get yourself your headlamp. Now, some of you nitpickers out there might be saying, oh, wait. That's not that light. You need a headlamp. Well, if you're backpacking without a headlamp, if you're not already carrying that, then kudos on you, and well, I guess this trick isn't for you, but I don't think it gets lighter and cheaper than this. All you do is you take the balloon and you put it over the end of your headlamp. Just stretch it over top there. I got a Phoenix HL21, I think, headlamp here. Doesn't matter, as long as it's rounded, not too big of a head. Then once it's on there, I'm just going to stretch it out a little bit to make a little gap. I think you see where this is going. Make it as large as you want. Now let's turn it on. Ta-da! Now, it's bright in this room. I'm using daylight. Can't really turn the lights off, but trust me, hopefully you can see that. It's glowing pretty good, right? Believe me, it works. Maybe I can pull some footage from that old video to show it actually at night, but trust me, it does work quite well. Of course, the brighter your headlamp, the more it's going to be bright, right? And it's just diffusing it. That's it. That's how simple it is. Weighs almost nothing, costs almost nothing. Fits in your pack. I mean, I don't see why it's not worth trying, even if you're skeptical, because you could throw that right in your pocket and you're good to go. Now, of course, you don't have to just use a headlamp. Maybe you're somebody that likes to carry a separate flashlight. No problem. Obviously, same idea. The only thing I've noticed is this is probably about as big as I go. The bigger the head of the flashlight, the harder it is to blow it up. But other than that, if you have, I'd say, 1.25 inches or less head on your flashlight or headlamp, it's no problem. And there you go. Have a party, do whatever you got to do. And then, of course, since I have the variety pack here, not only can you have a really cool party, it's very festive, but, you know, depending on your preference, maybe you want to go submarine style, save your night vision with a red attachment, or maybe just a classic white one if you're not into all the frills of multiple color choices. My headlamp actually had a little diffuser on it, but it pops on and off, so I just take it off so that I get a good seal, because that would get in the way. Your headlamp might do the same. And of course, if you're just getting started in backpacking and you haven't even bought a headlamp yet, then keep in mind that you do want a nice round kind of end on there. Like for instance, this, what is this, a Petzl or a Bite? I don't know, it doesn't matter. See how this model here doesn't have an actual protruding thing? Obviously that wouldn't work. But for most headlamps, it's going to do the trick. And yeah, that's about it. These are standard 12-inch balloons. I'm sure you could experiment with all kinds of different ones. People might ask, doesn't that slip off? No. Matter of fact, today getting ready for this video, I set these up in the morning and then went and did some chores and stuff, and they haven't come off. They're going to at least make it through the night without slipping off or shrinking up. So, in worst case scenario, what? You just throw another breath in there and you're good to go. So I kind of like it. If anybody else has any ideas, maybe I'm missing something, an even cooler way that you can make kind of a lantern for when you're out in the backcountry without carrying too much weight, then feel free to share that with me in the comment section below. Otherwise, I think that covers it. Till next time, I'm Syntax77, and you have fun out there.